People are starving because now I agree that food has increased, fuel has increased. I have cut back the amount of time I'm driving, uh, really, really high, and I have seen the prices in food increase and so on. Well, look, why are people fat? Because we don't understand health and nutrition. We don't understand food, and we don't understand how the body works. I've been studying health and nutrition for 30 years. Okay. Um, why are we poor? Because we don't understand money. I've been studying money for 22 years. Um, People are starving because they don't understand food. They don't understand how to cook food, how to prepare food, chop food. But even worse, they don't understand how to shop. That's the problem. You know, you're never too old to learn anything. I learned how to crochet at 46. I learned how to sew and knit at age 13. You're never too old or too young to learn anything. Um, let's talk about England. Okay, this Jamaican woman says she's starving. Okay, because why? She doesn't know how to shop. In the Western countries, there's no reason to starve because there's a grocery store every other corner, either nasty convenience stores or um, regular grocery stores. She doesn't know how to shop. She wants oxtails from her own country at $15 a pound in England. Rather than taking now, you can take a potato, a carrot, a parsnip, and some tomatoes, and you got a stew. And maybe she doesn't understand that other people don't understand that. They just don't understand how to food. Now, in my family, in particular, on both sides of the family tree, there were no discussions about food. I didn't hear of hardly any discussions about food, how to prepare food, how to um, preserve food. I didn't even hear those kind of conversations. The best way to can. I heard conversations from the street, though, y'all. You don't want. I will not repeat. Okay, you don't want to hear those. I heard conversations from the street, but I didn't hear any conversations on either side of the family tree how best to prepare food, how to can carrots, potatoes, etc. Uh, and look, okay, and they mainly, they didn't cook when they were young. They didn't prepare food and preserve food when they were young. So look, as they age, they either ate restaurant food or the traditional African American food that was overladen with pork grease. Potatoes over pork grease, that's food. That's dinner. Dinner served, y'all. Or they starved on the brink of starvation because they didn't cook, uh, chop food, preserve food, prepare food when they were young. So now they're old, they don't do it either. They really too old to go to a restaurant because nobody wants to take them to a restaurant. They don't understand restaurant food is nasty, so they eat it and then get sick. Um, so now that they're old, or they're starving. That's what happened in my family. Okay, either they gonna eat nobody wants to take them to the restaurant because the restaurant food is nasty. They're gonna get sick. Okay, or they ate the traditional African American food overladen with pork grease, or they starve on the brink of starvation. Why? Because they didn't cook, prepare food, chop food when they were young. So now they're old. They're not gonna do it either, and they're starving. Now contrast that to this couple in England that I saw on YouTube. They said everything is going up, food, fuel, etc. But the wife was cooking this big pot of beef stew with carrots and potatoes and beef, and her and her husband ate well. They ate well. Now, like I said, everything is going up for them too, but they ate well because why? She knew how to prepare food when she was young, chop, cook, preserve food, and so she knows how to do it when she's young, when she's old. So they're not starving. Now my father, I've never heard of him cooking. I think even beans, he's always eating beans, but I think my mother made those, cooked those. But look, I never heard of him cooking. So look, as he aged, as he grew old, even he told my mother, they were separated for a long time, uh, until he died. But look, he told my mother he's eating garbage food. He told my mother that he's eating garbage food because he didn't cook when he was young, didn't cook when he was like middle age, and didn't cook when he was old. So he ate garbage food. He told my mother that garbage food. Now contrast that to the women in Kentucky, particularly the ones who live like in the mountains and so on. They know how to chop food, prepare food, etc. And look, they may have 200 cans of prepared food, preserved food, potatoes, carrots, green beans, etc. 200 cans. They're not going to starve in the wintertime. They're not going to go be cold in the wintertime because they have already made quilts for everybody. Okay? So they're not going to starve at all. It doesn't matter what the government does. They're going to eat. They got 200 cans preserved food. Now, this new generation, they don't know how, oh, let's go out to dinner and eat some salmon. They don't know. This new generation does not know how to cook, prepare, chop food. So they always going out to dinner or begging some man to take them out to dinner. And so as they age, getting their 40s or 50s, they still not going to know how to cook, and they're going to starve or continue the same habit of begging some man to take them out to dinner. So that's what my opinion is. So I'm urging young people. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what race you are. Not care what race you are. I don't care what sex you are. I'm telling you, learn how to cook. Learn how to chop, prepare food, preserve food, so that when you get into your old age, when you get 40 and beyond, you can really feed yourself. And rather than waiting for somebody to take you out to dinner, you can feed yourself. So that is definitely my theory as to why people are starving. They don't know how to cook. They don't know how to prepare food, chop food. And but most of all, they don't know how to shop. You don't even need to go to the meat section if you don't want to. You can just take all those vegetables, put it in the pot and make some soup. They don't understand that. Have a nice day.